For 29 years, 9-ball players from around the globe have made their way to the beautiful city of Chesapeake, Virginia, all with the dream of becoming U.S. Open 9-ball champions. The list of former champions reads like a who's who in professional pool. Who will it be this year? Brought to you by Chalk Off, the official table cleaner of professional pool. The Spider, using laser technology to improve your game. And Q-Tech Cues, serious cues for serious players. You're watching the U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship on Billiard Club Network.
This is the 2004 U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship. Welcome, folks, to Chesapeake, Virginia, for all the action here. I'm Jim White alongside Billy and Cardona, and what a feature match we've got for you here today. Two of the young guns of the game from California, John Schmidt. He's going to be up against a tough nut in Larry Nevel from Wisconsin. And what can you tell us about these two players, Billy?
Well, Larry Nevel, have you ever heard the term power player?
Have I? No, I will after tonight, I've got a feeling, Bill.
Well, Larry Nevel is the most powerful player in the world. The most powerful player in the world. And that's what he is, the most powerful player in the world. Tonight, we're going to watch this, okay? His stroke is so powerful, it should be illegal. He breaks the ball so hard, I advise people in the first two rows to wear earplugs. Trust me, this guy can really play. His record against world champions is impeccable. He's defeated Earl Strickland. He's defeated Mika Immonen. He beat Ralph Souquet 2 out of 3 times. You know, he's not afraid of anyone.
It's fair to say that this is going to be a crackerjack, Billy, isn't it? I can tell you that Larry has been spending a lot of time north of the 49th up in Canada, where he has been very dominant. John Schmidt, a funny story there, too. Should have been in Taipei representing USA. Didn't get his passport in time, so he had to stay home. But he's a very, very formidable player indeed, and it's all going to be unfolding right here in front of your eyes. So let's send it over now to our MC to introduce the players.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 29th U.S. Open 9-Ball Championships. We've got a great matchup for you center court tonight. To begin with, our first player is player representative for Hunter Hughes. They're based out of Carson City, Nevada. He's a former winner of the Sands Regency Tournament in Reno, Nevada. Also, he is the reigning world straight pool champion. Please welcome from Milton, Florida, the Honeymooner, Mr. John Schmidt. Let's hear it for him, John Schmidt. And his opponent, 11-time Wisconsin State 9-ball champion. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former world all-around champion, now residing in Kingston, Ontario. Give it up for Mr. Larry Nevel, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good luck. Gentlemen, let's rack them up and get it on.
Champion. He defeated him handily in New York.
Not a dream start for Schmidt there. Straight into the side pocket. As we said, it's a race to 11. Best of 21. Larry Nevel. You know what? I've got to label this gentleman with a nickname. I want to call him the Anvil. I just think it fits. And I'm hoping it's going to stick.
Or the Bone Crusher. Yeah.
But what a game he's got. Q power, the like of which you may have never seen before.
You know, he's the most powerful player in the world today. There's no mistake about that. He wanted to move the green ball, the 6 ball, away from the red 3. I don't know if he has moved the 6 ball enough to be able to pocket the red 3 whenever it comes time to shoot it.
These early racks, vital in helping a player to establish his game. Look at that.
See that stroke?
That cue ball did a Watusi, and unfortunately for Larry, it's found a path straight into that top corner pocket. Well, I'll tell you what, he just gave you a little example of what we were talking about right there.
You know, he's definitely a power player. John Schmidt has defeated players like Mike Siegel, Mika Immonen, former world champion, and the current world champion, Alex Pagulayan. So therefore, he definitely knows how to win. He refuses to lose. He really has, you know, a certain drive about himself to win, and it's a great record here on tour.
I think you said earlier, Billy, leading up to this, he'd rather go eat a chunk of dirt than lose this match.
That's for sure. He'd rather eat dirt than lose. And this guy here, He's a strong, strong player. Little bump on the 7 pushes out of the way for a position for the pink 4. The orange 5 will be to his left. He'll just pocket the 4 and go across table for position for the 5. It looks like he's gone a little bit past his intended mark, but nevertheless, it seems like it's very viable.
Still slightly overhit that. I mean, these players are coming out. They've had very little time to practice, so getting used to the speed of the table has to be a concern. And again, that's the value to take in these opening racks, and look at that again.
Well,
this is nothing more than a sign of early nerves, Billy, isn't it?
No, well, keep in mind, Jim, you know, the pockets are very, very small pockets, a little over 4 1/4 inches. So therefore, you know, you have to be extremely accurate when playing on this feature table. And like you said, early match jitters, you know, we can expect that. Both of these players are going to be a little bit nervous from the offset, but they're going to settle down, and we're going to see some fine play here.
Well, they don't see the TV lights quite as often as a player the ilk of a Reyes, or certainly last year's champion Jeremy Jones, or Johnny Archer. They spend a lot of time on television, so it's not foreign territory to them.
Exactly, but I don't want you to sell these players short, Jim. I mean, these players are quality players. They know how to win, and they have a lot of heart.
And they didn't come to Chesapeake to do some shopping, Billy.
No, they certainly didn't.
Easy 9 for Nevel to open accounts here. And he does just that. 1-0, Larry Nevel over John Schmidt. And he slides that bead over to his side of the scoreboard. And he'll be breaking off.
Get the chalk off with the new and improved pool table cleaner. Just spray it out over the table and wipe it clean with the handy microfiber wiper, and your pool table is cleaner than new. Get the chalk off with this professional pool table cleaner. You get free shipping when you call us toll-free 866-774-8770 or visit us online at pooltablecleaner.com. Get the chalk off today.
Hi, I'm Alan Hopkins. Like Jeanette Lee and other professionals, I've been playing pool most of my life.
That's right, Alan. Naturally, our games got better over time. We spent many hours practicing the key concepts needed to pocket billiard balls.
But today, there is a great new way for players to improve their game.
It's called the Spider.
Order yours today and your game will improve dramatically.
Call toll-free or go online and order yours today.
Rack 'em up. Watch all the action online at billiardclub.net to see Pro Pool's biggest events of the year, including the U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship. Watch all the feature matches in their entirety on your computer. See every single shot from start to finish with the latest and greatest in streaming video technology online only at billiardclub.net. Log on today and experience Pro Pool like never before with your front row seat at billiardclub.net.
Got a fantastic break off the anvil.
The anvil. That's going to stick. I guess that's going to stick on him. I was told, he told me, as a matter of fact, that, well, I don't know why you mentioned how powerful my break is. I'm going to hit him soft. So a lot of the times on the feature table, the breaker chooses to hit him softly because they get more production off the break, hitting him with that speed. That's what he does. No, he didn't hit him too soft, did he? Huh? Oh, my God. He almost got kissed into the corner pocket. He pocketed 2 balls on the break, Jim.
Nothing easy, though. Welcomes him as he comes back to the table. Looks like, is it the long 3 in the middle of the table?
He pocketed the yellow 1 and the blue 2, and the red 3 will be the next ball he'll be shooting. And it's a long, very long, and difficult shot on the 3. I think if I were he, I would push the cue ball maybe a half an inch up toward the 3 and tempt my opponent to take the shot. This is how difficult this shot is. But if he chooses to shoot this shot, he's showing a lot of heart and, you know, and a high level of confidence. narrowly missing it, Jim. He hit it fairly well, but not well enough. Fortunately, the 3-pounder replacement back to the pin 4. He's 6 steps to the table without a shot.
Yeah, he's got a good roll there, to be sure, Billy. But you know what? I still like him attacking there because he sends a message to Schmidt that there's no fear in his game.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that assessment. Attacking there was probably the right thing to do because had he made the ball, he would have really sent a message to Schmidt. And even if he misses the ball, chances are he doesn't have to leave a shot like we just saw. Narrowly scratching in the side pocket.
But he bought himself the shot. Good safety from Schmidt there now. Forges an opening.
Well, these two players are quite familiar with one another. They've played one another a lot of pool, so therefore they're kind of relaxed playing one another. Whenever you play someone a lot of pool, then you have a tendency to be relaxed playing that opponent.
Word has it they got very familiar with each other last night. Down at Q Masters here in Virginia Beach. Larry and John faced off. Don't know what the results were, but you can bet that there'll be no surprises.
Yeah, this match is actually a flip of a coin, Jim. Either player can win this match. It's hard to pick a winner here. But I wouldn't be surprised to see both of these players play an extremely well-played match by both players. I think that they're both quality players, and I know they try awfully hard and they have a lot of heart, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them both play extremely well here.
I know John has spent a lot of time up and down the West Coast, both in America and north of the border up in Canada, where he has enjoyed success. Both well-traveled, and he would have liked to have made that trip to Taipei, but it wasn't to be. Next year.
I didn't particularly care for that shot, Jim. I mean, he shot it with his opposite hand and really didn't get much movement with the cue ball. He needed to get a little closer to the 7 ball than what he did. This shot may create a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, it's a test of cueing at a very early stage.
Yeah, he wasn't able to put it down, Jim. I think that...
but even the way that he's played it, look where the cue ball's finished, even on the 8. Not played with a lot of confidence, that shot.
Well, I wasn't real happy with the way he shot the 6 opposite hand. He didn't really get much action with the cue ball. Nevel, very excellent shot maker. Let's take a look at this shot. Very nicely struck, Jim. He's very comfortable, as you can see.
It's so important to take advantage of these mistakes, too, Billy. Build up a sizable lead, and you do nothing but put the pressure on your opponent. The 9 again departs the table in favor of Larry Nevel, and he leads John Schmidt 2-0 now in the race to 11.
Where can you find videos of the best players in the world in their entirety and without commercials? Accu-Stats.com. How about 8-ball, 9-ball, straight pool, 1 pocket, and 3 cushion billiards? Accu-Stats.com. Only one place has it all. Check out our complete catalog on the net, 24 hours a day. Where do you ask? Accu-Stats.com.
I think either one of these players can go on and win the Open, Jim. That's how talented they are. They certainly have the tools as well. You know, Schmidt has that big, powerful break, and he also has that control break. Nevel has the most powerful break in the world, you know, and he's an excellent shot maker. And both players have a lot of heart, so they have the necessary ingredients to go on to win the Open.
Well, success breeds success, and both of these players have tasted success, albeit not quite at this level. So it really would be a feather in either of their caps should they go on to hoist the crown.
Exactly. But they know what it is to win because just recently John Schmidt defeated Alex Pagulayan in the finals of the tournament. But once again, like you said, not at this level.
He came up dry there, did Schmidt, on that break.
And Alex Pagulayan is the current world champion. Yeah, he did come up dry in the break, something that Larry Nevel has failed to do because when he breaks the balls, balls just rush toward the pocket. Jumping over the ball. That's another stroke that has some power to it, which he executed quite well.
He'll be happy with the end result. A total eclipse on that one.
Now watch Schmidt get up in the air. He also has power. He can get over this ball.
This is a masse. At least the attempted masse.
You heard that ugly noise, a sound of a miscue. That's exactly what happened, and now Nevel was awarded ball in hand. Take a look at the layout. The two balls positioned near the foot spot. The three hanging in the upper right-hand corner.
Yeah, the real problem, Billy, is from the 3 to the 4. If he negotiates position to the 4, the hard work really will have been done.
Yeah, well, the ideal position on the 3 where he would like to attain would be somewhere on this cushion here. Anywhere around here would be a nice position for the 3. Then he'll pocket the 3 and then come up the rail for position for the 4 in this pocket. Let's see if he can get there. No, he's opted to play it a little bit differently. He'll draw straight back, and once again, he draws the ball with so ease. He's so accurate when he draws the ball. No, he's opted to see. I don't like following the ball there because he was in close proximity of the 5, and you run a risk of going into the 5 by following it. I think he should have drawn the ball out of there.
He obviously just left himself enough room to deposit that 4 ball into the side pocket, thankfully for Nevel, and now all the hard work's been done.
Well, not exactly. The 6 to the 7 looks like it lays natural, but still, he's probably going to play position for the 7 up the other end of the table. And it's going to be a shot that he's going to have to pocket in a pocket he doesn't want to pocket it in. So he's going to go around. Okay, he's going to go around, and he's fallen a little bit short going around the table. Therefore, he's a little bit of a tester here, Jim. He hit it fairly cleanly. It wiped his feet before it went in, but nevertheless, he still dropped.
Well, he certainly left himself a lot to do on that 7.
But he looks really smooth, though, doesn't he, Jim?
He's certainly looking the more confident of the two at this early stage in the match. And some terrific shot making has forged the lead that Larry Nevel now enjoys. 3-1 over John Schmidt.
Now keep in mind, Larry Nevel and John Schmidt, either player can go on and win the Open, even though they're not household names. They still have the talent. They still have the tools to win this tournament, particularly Larry Nevel because of his power.
You don't come to a U.S. Open, Billy, unless you believe you can win the event. The caliber of players that this event draws from all over the planet, the likes of Philippine stars Reyes, Bustamante, Rodolfo Luats here, Jose Perica, and Alex Pagulayan, transplanted now in North America.
How about Johnny Archer, Earl Strickland? We can keep on naming great player after great player after great player. Ralph Souquet, the current U.S. Open champion this year. No, excuse me, I'm sorry. And Jeremy Jones, we forgot to mention his name. He's the current U.S. Open champion. Ralph Souquet, the former U.S. Open champion 2 years ago.
The list is endless.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we have all the players here. No doubt about that.
Well, he's got a long 2 here, and the problem area is the little cluster, the 7, the 8, and the 9. So he's going to have to negotiate position from the 4 to the 7.
Now, that wasn't really an easy shot that we saw him execute right there, Jim. But it made it look easy, you know. It made it look so easy. Hitting it the way he did.
He looks to be just the wrong side of this 4, Billy, so the key shot really here.
You know what he might do here? He might just draw the ball back over to here. I mean, this is how powerful his stroke is. He may do that. Nope. Went 2 cushions into. Well, I'm going to tell you, that was a sterling attempt there. I mean, for him to have come that close, breaking loose the 7 from the 8, he had to hit it absolutely perfectly.
Well, he had a real quick look at the 7-9 combination. I don't think that's available. But he can get through to the edge of the 7. Well, he's having another look at it. Looks very tight.
Does he have the ability to bank the 7? Okay, hey, does he have the ability to bank the 7 into the pocket here? Maybe not. He's playing the safety. I like his choice there, Jim. I think he used real good judgment in doing what he did.
Unfortunately, though, he's left it sticking out for John Schmidt, so it's going to be straight up the cushion. This is either in or over the pocket.
Well, this is a very difficult shot. Cue ball resting close or on the cushion. He's got to send the 7 ball up the other end of the table. He hit it perfectly, Jim.
Again, vital that he capitalizes on the mistakes. At the end of the day, it never says how, just who. 9 down, and John Schmidt stays on Larry Nevel's heels. 3-2, just 1 rack adrift, and he'll be breaking in number 6.
Hey, want to play some pool in the most exciting pool league in America? Then join the BCA Pool League today. You can play 8-ball or 9-ball in singles, doubles, and team competition. You can even play in the world's largest amateur pool tournament held every year in May in Las Vegas. To find a BCA Pool League in your area, visit the BCA Pool League website at playbca.com or call toll-free 866-USA-POOL.
Simonis is the oldest company on the planet Earth still in billiards. They've been there since 1680, and they are still there producing the finest billiard cloth the world can possibly play on in pool, snooker, and carom. The cloth of champions, it's played on most tournaments around the world. It's the cloth you see in most pool rooms as well. If you make your living off the top of the table, that's the product you sell. You'll put Simonis on it, and most of them do.
Unforced errors in that one from the Nevel camp, and Schmidt was quick to capitalize. He'll be breaking off in rack number 8.
But keep in mind, Nevel had ball in hand that rack, and he failed to get out.
No, and then the second time, he really played with the 9, Billy, when there was no reason for that cue ball to be playing with that 9 ball when he had to play the jump shot at the 7.
Right. It just slight miscalculation there in terms of playing position for the 7.
Ball into the side this time.
No, he pocketed the 1 on the side. That's not really the ball he wants to pocket. If you pocket it, well, see, let the cue ball go down toward the head end of the table. And in doing that, now he found himself with some problems there. The 2 balls hanging in the side pocket. It looks like he's going to have to, I don't know what he's going to do really. He's looking like he wants to push down this end of the table. This is the only time in the game that you can push after the break. So therefore he's going to push down the other end of the table and give the option to Larry. Anytime you give an option away to a player, you're at a disadvantage. Now Larry has a choice. He can either accept the shot or he can give it back to John.
I asked that very question of Mike Siegel, and he said the exact same thing to you that you said, Billy. Sorry, he said that how can you be at an advantage when your opponent has a choice?
Exactly. And Nevel opted to shoot the shot. He's going to get fortunate. Look here, Jim. I myself would have passed it back, but he opted to shoot the shot. Didn't pocket the 2, but I got quite fortunate to end up with the cue ball behind the 6. Once again, Schmidt steps to the table and has to kick. Nicely kicked ball. Very difficult shot to kick successfully. And that's exactly what he did. He kicked it very accurately. This is not an easy shot either. The distance of the cue ball from the 2 ball, and also the angle and the position of the 3. So he opted to play safe. Well, I don't know if he's hit it hard enough. Yes, he did. Well, he hit hard enough not to leave a shot directly into the pocket. He may be able to slice the 2 into that corner pocket, but it's a very difficult shot.
Yeah, it looks like he's hampered slightly bridging over that 6-2. That's not going to make life any easier for John. I think if he could cue straight at this, he may take a shot at Billy. This is tough.
Too tough. He must have heard you. Too tough. So he opted to play a safety. I think it was a wise choice. Now, the 6 ball blocks the pocket for the 2, so therefore he doesn't have a pocket here. So he has a lot to be concerned with here. Yeah, a lot to be concerned with. The 2 ball will not pass the 6. It looks like if he tries to bank the 2 cross corner, the kiss is there. So therefore, he's got some problems. What a dilemma this is. So he opted to play a safety. It wasn't an easy safety. And he's kind of like gotten away with it. But he has left a cross-side bank. Not an easy one, but a cross-side bank. He may have left a shot in the corner pocket if he chooses to shoot it down the corner. But if I were he, what I would do is I would bank the 2 down this way, saying the cue ball either here and over here behind these balls here.
Well, he better hope this goes in.
If it doesn't go, like you said, he's left the shot, but that's not going to happen. It did go in, and he's found himself with a shot on a 3 and a chance to steal this game. This is actually the game ball right here. If we pocket the 3, the remaining balls on the table shouldn't present any problem.
That's a great feeling when you're lined up and you have a thin clip. You get to watch that ball rolling towards the pocket. Nice to experience that. John Schmidt now clear sailing to what should be a 5-3 advantage.
Yeah, there isn't any reason why he shouldn't get out here. It's stay focused. Keep that strong concentration. Don't do anything careless.
And both of these players now have spent enough time at this table where you've got to feel they're starting to get a good understanding of the speed, feel for the conditions, and their nerves will be settling in, so you're going to start to see a little bit better play.
Yes, you are. And Nevel from the offset was the player that seemed the more comfortable. Now momentum has switched and the tables have turned. It's Schmidt, the player, that seems more comfortable out there, Jim.
And the scoreline confirms that. 5-3 now. John Schmidt over Larry Nevel. Schmidt got the measure of the break off in the last one. So let's see if he can try and duplicate the speed again.
And also Smith, his expression, his body language, much more confident. He looks like he's a much more confident player.
And relaxed. I noticed him smiling at a few of the people in the crowd.
Exactly.
So he's got some friends in attendance, and you know, not the sort of thing that Larry Nevel wanted to see. But Larry Nevel did have control of this match in the early going.
Yes, he did.
And he let Schmidt, rush the momentum away from him.
Once again, pocketing balls on the break. Oh, no, 1 ball on the break. 1 ball coming down the table in front of the lower right-hand corner pocket. This is a very, very interesting shot here.
Well, you talk about body language, and Larry Nevel slumped in his chair.
He figures to pocket the 1 in the corner, brushing the green ball, coming out here for the 2. Well, he double-kissed the green ball, and he was quite fortunate to end up with a shot on the 2, Jim. But nevertheless, he did end up with a shot on the 2, and he certainly likes it.
Both of these players play their shots with a lot of conviction. There's nothing half-hearted.
Now keep in mind that this shot here, he wants to attain an angle on this side of the table for position for the 3. That way, the 4 is on this side of the table. After pocketing the 3, he will go on this. He will go toward the 4 in that fashion. That's where he wants to be. He's on the right side of the table. Now, pocketing the 3 and attaining a shot on the 4 is much more simple with the angle he's left himself on the 3. And he's playing it in the correct pocket. If you would have played position for the 3 in the other corner pocket, the cue ball would have then gone away from the 4. Look at the balls, how nicely they're laid on the table, Jim. Once again, not much work out there for Schmidt. And the reason he made this layout play so simple is because he used real good judgment in playing the 3 in the correct pocket. A little soft. He wanted to come down the table further than that, so the angle he left himself with would be natural to the 9. Now he has to travel with the cue ball. A little extra traveling, and he's found himself a little further away from the 9 than he wanted, but I believe he can handle it.
This for 6-3. Confirmation, 6-3 now. John Schmidt over Larry Nevel.
Q-Tech state-of-the-art power-bonded cues have won more WPA-sanctioned world championships than any other brand of cue. Discover why world champion superstars like Allison Fisher and Earl Strickland play exclusively with Q-Tech cues. Only Q-Tech power bonds fiberglass and graphite to a solid hardwood core to decrease deflection, add power, and prevent warping. And Q-Tech offers you patented improvements like 20-inch Pro Taper SST shafts and True Glide finish. Improve your game with 21st century technology at prices you can afford. Q-Tech, imitated but never duplicated.
How do you think of yourself? Do you always want the best? Treat yourself to the best. All the top players do. Diamond tables. It's what the pros use. Diamond Professionals. Designed by players. For players.
He hates it when I beat him.
Diamond Billiards.
Number 11.
Well, he strung off 6 consecutive racks, Jim, as you mentioned. He had strung off 5 prior to that rack, and with that rack, that's 6 in a row.
That's right, Billy, and it's a race to 11. So that number 11th rack is the one that John Schmidt is looking to see. That would get him through to round 3 here. Day 2 action. And these players...
No, he really hit him hard that time. He lost a little control of the cue ball, but in spite of that, he was able to pocket a ball and come up, I think, with some kind of a shot on the 2.
It's amazing, though, how he's manufactured success off the break, because the early going, nothing was finding its way to a pocket when Schmidt was breaking. But he's up the speed, up the tempo a little bit, and now everything's going his way.
Yeah, he's hitting them about the same speed each time he's breaking the balls, or each time he's broken the balls, 23.7 miles per hour. Last time he hit him slightly over 24 miles per hour. So therefore, he's getting a lot of power into his break, and that's probably mainly what's allowed him to get back into this match and take this lead.
Another left-handed shot. He really wants to avoid contacting that 6. He's got to get back up towards the middle of the table for the pink 4 next. The amount of time that he's taken over this, Billy, tells me this is far from straightforward.
No, he's got a little bit of an angle on the 3, and now he's going to be using the bridge. The position of the 6 is in a very curious position. He may have to brush the 6 with the cue ball, especially when he uses the bridge. It looks like he's going to be forced to brush the 6, and he may have a problem here. No, he struck it quite well with the bridge, getting it away from the 6, ending up with a shot on the pink 4.
4 to 6 now, the order of the day for John.
Exactly.
And he's got nice angle on that 4 to bring that cue ball back down towards the 6.
This will be a little bit of a tester here. If he pockets this, he should be able to get out. He wants to attain an angle on the 6. Wants to get away from that side of the table, or from that end of the table, which he's done. Now he's going to have to play the 7 in the side, following it down table and then back up table, and ending up maybe where the 7 is now, or maybe a little bit to the left of it, where the 7 is now. Okay. Now just float this in for a nice soft stroke.
Everything he's doing is with a lot of control in mind. And it's also noticeable, Billy, he hasn't had to force anything, so those pockets are playing generously. And they're friends to John Schmidt right now. 8-3, the lead he enjoys. It's one-way traffic, and it's heading all the way of John Schmidt. And little Larry Nevel can do when he sat in his chair.
Well, there's nothing he can do. I mean, whenever your opponent's at the table, you can't do anything about it sitting in your chair. And that's exactly where John Schmidt has set him, in his chair, and kept him there. And that's what you need to do to win tournaments. You got to sit your opponent in their chair and keep him there.
Now, Billy, let me ask you another question. How difficult is it, as we look at Larry Nevel, to maintain that positive attitude? Wait for that chance to come, and then when you go to the table, try and put that score line out of your mind.
Oh, it's very difficult, but for some players, it's not as difficult. I think Nevel will be able to handle it. He deals with pressure quite well. He understands the nature of the game. He's been there many times before. So if given an opportunity, I think he'll do well with it. And let's find out. But I think he's stepping to the table right now. And he's stepping to the table with a very, very long shot on the one. Cue ball positioned very closely to the bottom cushion. Tough shot.
Yeah, this isn't the sort of shot that you'd want welcoming you to the table when you've just been sat in your chair for about 4 or 5 racks.
This isn't the type of a shot I'd want if I wasn't in my chair for 4 or 5 racks. Very tough shot. And sitting in his chair for 4 or 5 racks makes this shot even play tougher. But he was able to put it down.
Well, that deserved applause.
Now, this is the key shot in this rack. Notice the position of the 3. It doesn't pass into this pocket, so he's going to have to play position elsewhere for the 3. He's landed on the correct side of the 3 to pocket the 3 in the upper left-hand corner.
We'll just kill that cue ball off that side cushion for the 4 to the same pocket.
Mm-hmm. Now, the 6 to the 7 will be the answer to this particular rack for Nevel. Playing position from the 6 to the 7. Now, the 6 ball is here. It will not go in this pocket, I don't believe. So, therefore, he's going to have to find another pocket for it. And it looks like that he's going to shoot the 5 in the corner. Cue ball over here, come out here for the 6. If he can do that and get up table a little bit further, he'll be positioned ideally for pocketing the 6 and dropping down table for the 7. Now, he's going to be real careful here, Jim, because he didn't get up table far enough, so he's going to have to choose another route. Well, obviously that was a natural route. I saw it wrong. Nevel at the table, and you know what? You have to applaud him, like you said. Not only did he come with a tough shot on the opening shot, but he proceeded to run out.
Oh, big time, Billy. I think this is a tremendous clearance given the circumstances. I mean, if Larry was to have any chance to progress through this match, this is the sort of form that he had to produce at that instance. And what a clearance it was. Back to 8-4. There's still a long way back in this one for Nevel.
Ever wonder how the pros make it look so easy? We practice a lot, and we know the basic concepts of shot making. Now you can too when you use the spider. The spider teaches you where the balls need to make contact in order to make the shot. It's easy because it uses laser-guided technology. And when you practice with the spider, you can learn to see what the pros see. Call toll-free or go online and order yours today.
This championship is played with the Super Aramith Pro Cup set, the professional ball set that guarantees ultimate precision in your game. Now this top quality set with its through hardened surface, its beautifully engraved numbers, and its new red dotted Pro Cup cue ball comes in a unique value pack, including also the Aramith ball cleaner, the microfiber cleaning cloth, and the Jimmy Rempe training cue ball with its manual. The Super Aramith Pro Cup set, a value pack built for the player who loves the game.
Where can you find videos of the best players in the world in their entirety and without commercials? Accu-Stats.com. How about 8-ball, 9-ball, straight pool, 1 pocket, and 3 cushion billiards? Accu-Stats.com. Only one place has it all. Check out our complete catalog on the net, 24 hours a day. Where do you ask? Accu-Stats.com.
But you can easily, as Schmidt man, stick rack Nevel for doing too, particularly with the power he has in his break. I mean, Schmidt broke the balls anywhere from 23 to 24 miles per hour. Nevel breaks them harder than that. And we'll take a look at the stat on the screen, exactly how hard he hits them after he breaks the ball.
But this would be something that Larry Nevel would be taking notes of, too. He'd be watching the success rate, noting the success rate, and the speed with which John would have been breaking, and he'll be trying to duplicate that, won't he, Billy?
Well, he's going to be trying to hit him with power because he knows he's had success in the past with power. No reason to change. Oh, he didn't hit him as hard as he's been hitting them. Let's take a look and see exactly on the radar how hard he did hit them.
I know one thing. It's a pretty useful break regardless. He made 2, and he's nicely on the 1. And the lay of the land couldn't be more inviting.
Yeah, he would like to spin 2 cushions, 1, 2, and then up here for position for the 2, just like this. That'll give him a nice angle for position on the 3 if he's able to attain that.
Miles per hour.
Well, not nearly as hard as John Schmidt was breaking, just under 22 miles an hour, 21.9. But still, it's all about getting a ball off that break.
Well, he got a little careless there with the cue ball, Jim. Notice position on the 3. Not something I would like to shoot. Not only does he have a tough shot on the 3, attaining a shot on the next ball, the 5 ball, would seem very, very difficult, if possible at all.
Well, Billy, the only chance is if he tries to float this in pocket weight. And how difficult does it make that 3 ball to try and flick that in, knowing if it doesn't go in, it's going to be over the pocket.
Yeah, I don't even think he can shoot this shot. From my vantage point, I don't see him shooting this shot. And if he does, I don't see him doing well with it. Well, he tried to float it in, and he really wasn't successful with that attempt. It was such a difficult shot. It carried really a high degree of difficulty.
I think Larry knows that he's let Schmidt off the hook there because that was a great break and everything was in the open.
He got a little careless with his cue ball on the preceding shot, and that's what happened. Okay, well, he was a little precipitous himself in shooting.
A lot of body movement, too. He was up off his cue very early there.
Well, Nevel has to be feeling quite fortunate to step back to the table with a shot here, Jim. Schmidt ran off 6 straight racks. You would have thought that he would have handled that situation a little bit better than what he did. Giving Nevel this opportunity was really uncharacteristic of the way he's been playing. Schmidt, that is. Okay, what Nevel needs to do now is he needs to pocket the 7 and draw the cue ball to the side cushion and in between the 8 and the 9. If I see it right, that's what he needs to do. And that's exactly what he's done. Very nicely executed shot by Larry Nevel. He's going to claw his way back into this match, Jim. If he pockets the 9, he'll only be 3 games from the lead at 8-5.
And both of these players more than capable of rattling the racks off in succession. 8-5 the scoreline in favor of John Schmidt, but it'll be Larry Nevel to break off in number 14. If he duplicates his last break.
I think he mishit him a little bit last time because when he broke the balls, I mentioned that, you know, he didn't hit that break as hard as he'd been hitting him.
Yeah, he breaks a lot harder than that.
Oh, much harder than that. I know he breaks them. He's got to be up there at 26, 27 miles an hour when he really breaks them. I think he mishit him badly that last rack. Let's see what he does here. No, he didn't really hit him that hard that time either. And he's going to get a kiss and scratch.
No, it's just not happening for Larry Nevel right now. I think that picture tells you all you need to know.
Well, you know, he's really not hitting them squarely and hard like he was from the offset of this match. Earlier in the match, he was hitting them much better. The break, that is.
Schmidt just leaving himself the angle to come off the 2 cushions for the 2.
So the 2 to the 3 is key to this rack, Jim. If he's able to drop nicely for the 3, the 4 is positioned in front of the side pocket, the 5 positioned in front of the upper left-hand corner pocket, the 6 in there, the lower right-hand corner pocket, the 7 adjacent to the 6, 8 in front of the upper left-hand corner pocket. No problems out there for Schmidt right now. No problems at all.
Can turn this loose too if he wants to, Billy, off the 3 cushions.
And that's exactly what he's done. He would like to get relatively straight on the green 6 ball. That way he'll be able to hold the cue ball somewhere in that area for position for the 7 with ease. So he would like to draw it back toward that side cushion, short of the side. Short of the side. He wants to straight in shot, but not totally straight. He doesn't want to get straight in. He wants a little bit of an angle to give him some relief from that side rail.
Well, now he'll come down and just have a look where he wants to stop that cue ball, and I think right about where the green is should leave him an angle on that 7.
Yeah,
get the cue ball back towards the middle.
He needs an angle on the 7. And he's got a little bit of an angle, and he's got a little bit of relief off of that cushion. Enough where he'll go 2 cushions toward the 8. Or he's opting to go, he'll go 2 cushions now toward the 8. So he went 1 cushion, narrowly missing the 9. He may not have had the angle to go 2 cushions. Now he's going to have to stretch a little bit more than he wants, but he's going to have to stretch. And then controlling the cue ball here may be a little bit of a problem, Jim.
A touch this ball's in a foul?
Anytime you stretch, you lose a little bit of feel on the shot. Once again, you're going to have to draw it back, and controlling the cue ball while he's stretching may be a little bit of a problem.
And here John Schmidt just turn around and ask our officials if he touches that ball, is it a foul? And I got to believe it is, Billy.
It certainly is. But controlling the cue ball for him in that instance certainly wasn't a problem.
No dangers, though. 9-5 the scoreline here, confirmed on our feature match.
Are you looking for the ultimate one-stop shop for pool and billiard supplies? Then you need to visit billiardclub.net today for everything and anything you need for your home entertainment center. Our huge online store features pool cues, balls, racks, cue cases, pool table lights, training aids, and every accessory you could possibly imagine. We've got the best prices and the highest quality products you'll find anywhere. Log on today to billiardclub.net or call toll-free 866-774-8770. billiardclub.net.
So it's his opposite hand. Shot again, once again. No, he's going to
got a choice.
He's going to go behind the back.
And either a thin cut or a snooker, and that's exactly what he's done. Now, you talk about someone taking what the table gives. I think John Schmidt right now is exemplifying that.
Right. He could have gone after the shot, very low percentage shot, opposite hand. He probably wouldn't have done well with it. He opted to play a nice, easy safety, something that Nevel should have done the last time he was at the table, but he refused to do. This time, Schmidt was the one who took advantage of the situation. And he took what the table offered, and he played a nice, simple safety, and he's gotten rewarded for it.
Just positioning that cue ball exactly where he wants it. Just roll through, leave himself a nice angle on this 6. The 7 appears to pass the 9 into the corner pocket. And what a comfortable feeling John Schmidt must be experiencing right now.
Oh, he's loving it right now. There's no question about that. He's not going to have to eat any dirt today. No question. Once again, showing us the nice speed that he has with the cue ball, positioning it, repositioning it quite nicely for the 9.
And depositing at 10-5. Schmidt just one rack away now from a win over Larry Nevel. And he'll be coming to the table to hit his last break in this match.
That's exactly right. This is the last opportunity he'll have in this match to break the ball. So therefore, he has to make sure that he hits them clean, controls the cue ball off the break, because this will be the last time he will break the ball in this match.
And all Larry Nevel can hope for now is a chance. Just try and get his foot in the door, give him the opportunity to put his shoulder to it.
Pocketing the 6 on the break. And it looks like he's going to come up with a shot on the 1, which he has. The 2 ball will rest against the 5 on the bottom cushion, but the 1 ball offers the angle on this particular shot to go into the blue 2 and possibly come up with a shot on the 2. Let's see what he does. And he does come up with a shot on the 2.
It's all happening here right now for Schmidt.
That's exactly right. It is all happening for Schmidt right now. He didn't have to come up with a shot on the 2, but he was quite fortunate to come up with a shot on the 2. But he struck the 1 very nicely. And it looks like it's just about history for Larry Nevel. And it looks like it's good night, Irene here.
Yeah, she's starting to warm up the vocal cords.
Well, he's gotten rather awkward on the 4. He's going to have to draw it straight back in the direction of the 9, it looks like. Notice the orange 5 is resting on the bottom cushion. He's going forward.
Where are you going?
We heard him say, where are you going? Hitting that shot a little harder than he wanted. Now he's got himself a little bit of a test on the 5. This isn't an easy shot.
There's not many. They're missing the pockets when intended for John Schmidt right now.
You know, it would be a bad idea to play position off of the 9 with the cue ball. If he doesn't, he's going to end up quite a distance from the 8. That's what he did. He played.
Oh, he's taking the quick pass to victory. John Schmidt knocks the 9 in off that 7, and with it, an 11-5 victor over Larry Nevel. Schmidt through to round 3. Larry Nevel will have to fight his way back on the B side. A great win for John Schmidt.
The U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship on Billiard Club Television has been brought to you by Chalk Off and the BCA Pool League. This has been a production of Billiard Club Network in association with Accu-Stats Video Productions. For more, log on to billiardclub.net.
Well, for my partner, Billy and Cardona, I'm Jim White, and you've been watching the 2004 U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship from Chesapeake, Virginia. So long, everybody.